Hello, everyone. I'm super thrilled today. I've got a very inspiring lady with me. She is none other than Sneh Sharma. She is the co-founder and CMO of Dogsee. And also, she's been one of the youngest leaders in the digital media space as well. So it's truly amazing to have her with me today. And we're going to know a little bit insights on her journey. So welcome, Sneh, to this episode. Truly thrilled to have you. And it's always a pleasure and honor to have you with me today. To begin with, I'm going to get right down to it. Why did you choose Dogsy? Little bit about your journey and little bit about your product and the company Dogsy.
Okay. Thank you, Siddharth, for having me. Really excited for this one. Dogsee, the journey of Dogsee started around 12 years ago. It started with the trip to the Himalayas.
Okay.
Bhupi, my husband, who is also co-founder in Dogsee, and I were in the hills to look for inspiration for our next venture.
Yeah.
But dog treats were not at all on our list. We wanted to do something in the human space. But then we came across this dairy, and the owner was complaining that dogs steal churpi. So, churpi is the traditional name for these chews which we manufacture now.
Right.
We were pet parents, and we were always very, very interested in knowing that what dogs like and what they don't. And at the same time, we were also very, very tired of feeding our dog the junk which is available now and even now and that time in the market. Churpi was something which my husband grew up eating since it's a traditional human food of Himalayan people. My husband is from Nepal.
Okay.
So we knew the product, we knew the nutritional composition that it is natural, it is protein and calcium,
Okay.
it is preservative free. But that day we also discovered that it is highly palatable. And
Okay.
that was the moment for us. We looked at each other, we said that, we have to buy this, get some samples to Bangalore, and then start playing with it.
Okay.
And that's what we did. We got some boxes to Bangalore. We started talking to vets and some of our friends to see that, how they react to it. And that's how it started.
Okay. Also, I want to know, whenever you start any brand, you face a lot of challenges, there are a lot of obstacles. It's not an easy ride. So how do you all, face challenges during your initial stages and how did you overcome them?
Uh, Initially, first challenge was because we were very early in this space. So we started almost 12 years ago. And back then, pet space in India was very young. It is still young, but that time, there were not many startups in the pet space around us. So there was no reference points, no playbook, nobody to look up to learn from. So our learning curve became very long. So we had to figure every micro detail on our own. So from figuring to regulations to certifications to navigating exports, scaling up manufacturing, getting the packaging right, and managing global shipping. So every step came with its own set of challenges.
Right.
But interestingly, the biggest one that time was convincing people, vets, pet parents that vegetarian treats could actually work for dogs. So that was our
Right.
biggest one.
Right. Also, since you started Dogsy, how have you seen the pet industry evolve? During the transition, with so many years, you keep seeing with technology, with a lot of other things, how have you seen your brand evolve during these entire years?
There is a huge change that we have seen. Earlier, we would force pet parents to read the labels. We would have to tell them that, why feeding clean is important.
Right.
But in last 10 years, pet parents have become very, very evolved themselves. They are reading labels. They are demanding transparency. They know what nutrition is. Pet parenting actually have changed a lot. So earlier in India, people used to feed, for example, the leftover from the table.
Right.
But now they know that, they care more about pets.
Right.
Pets are the, kids of the family. So that is a huge change. People
Right.
have taken pet parenting very, very seriously. And
Right.
that's why, because of that emotional change and the relationship, pet companies are evolving too. So
Right.
they are forced to change themselves. So a lot of R&D is going into what we are feeding to our, pets. So
Right.
that is the change which I have seen personally.
Even Dogsy is known for being environmentally conscious, so how do you integrate sustainability in your business model?
So, whatever in our capacity, we keep doing small, tiny stuff within the company and around us. So, from day one, for example, we have worked with Himalayan farmers, helping generate local employment. So, we work with almost 20,000 villages in remote hills.
Wow.
And we make sure that we especially employ females of hills. Another thing is our production processes use solar power to reduce energy use. Some of our facilities are now carbon negative.
Right.
All our packaging material is biodegradable. So I feel that these small things can make a huge difference in long run. So for Doxy, sustainability for us is not a campaign; it's a responsibility, and I
Right.
feel that all companies around us should, start taking smaller step towards it.
Right. You being a women entrepreneur, nowadays we see a lot of women entrepreneurs also, rising up, trends changing, and, because of AI technology, there's so many things evolving, So if there has to be a message for the youth and the women entrepreneurs, who want to start their own brand, what is that kind of a positive message you would tell them? And, what are the kind of attributes one must have?
In all my interviews, I say whether female or male, the challenges are the same. You have to work equally hard to build a startup. So my message will also be for entrepreneurs, irrespective of which gender you are in. So I always tell people, other founders around me, that build something you deeply care about,
Right.
because it's the only way to survive the long uncertain days. Because
Right.
entrepreneurship is hard. Um, so you have to build your support system and surround yourself with people who remind you of who you are.
Right. Also, I want to know is Dogsy, involved in any social initiatives?
So far, no. So we are really focused on, building and being a stable company. So for us, social initiative is upliftment of the villages which we care about. So that is, I think, it's a big enough work in itself, managing so many villages and building facilities in remote hills. It's a huge challenge, and I think for us, that is our social
Uh,
work.
if today I talk about Dogsy probably 5 or 10 years down the line, what is your vision forward? Where do I see Dogsy, probably 10 years down the line in terms of an expansion?
Okay. So we would love Doxy to be remembered not just for our great products and the quality which we manufacture, but for creating real impact. So economically in rural India, environmentally in how we source, and emotionally in the bond we support between pets and pet parents. So
Right.
that is the kind of legacy which we are trying to build for Doxy.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned personally, about leadership, while building Dogsy?
Uh, about leadership, so I think as founders, we all are evolving and our leadership styles are evolving. So
Right.
I'm not the kind of leader or person who needs to be the loudest in the room. So I prefer to listen, and I feel that it is extremely important to build that culture of listening, because sometimes the best of ideas come from the most unexpected corners. So creating an environment where people feel heard is very important to me.
Yeah.
And leadership for me is not about having all the answers. It is also about asking the right questions and helping people grow through them.
Right.
And I have seen myself evolve in last 10 years. So who I was on day one is very different from who I am now. So I'm learning from my team every day.
Right.
And I think that that's a privilege.
Also, can you let me know where is Dogsy products available, for the viewers watching us today, if they'd like to purchase the products, where can they purchase the products? Is it online only? Is it offline? Or, where's all it's available?
Yeah. So they can shop on dogseachew.in. We are available on Amazon. We are available on all quick commerce platforms, Zepto, Blinkit.
Okay.
Offline, we are available in the vet stores, vet clinics. most of the premium ones in across, metro cities and some of the smaller cities also.
Right. Okay. I feel
Yeah.
that today I think every second house has a pet, but we see, outside, when we talk about taking care of animals, there's so much of cruelty also, especially if I talk about stray dogs. I talk about, other animals who's not being treated well. You know, in what way you think we can, as humans improve the society, when it comes to our furry friends?
I don't know if there is a straight answer to it, because I think um the overall social environment of the country has to evolve
Yes.
for cruelty to end. So we cannot really, teach people emotions.
Right.
It is a natural mechanism. So once they receive the basics, if their basic needs, the basic education is done, so they automatically learn to take care of people, nature, and animals around them. So it
Right.
is a process. It We will get there eventually, but there are a lot of small groups which are helping teach people that why they should take care of stray dogs. They are working with a lot of working with a lot of stray animals in different cities, so they are doing incredible work, and we as companies, we can only support them to do whatever they are doing.
Yeah, what you're saying is also totally correct. But the best part of my day, especially if you ask me, when I come home from work, first thing I see my dog, I've got a Shih Tzu. So, he comes running when I ring the bell and he comes running and I just hold him and give him a big hug. That just makes
Yes.
your day, because it's unconditional love. They can't
Yes.
talk, they have a own language of showing love. So I think,
Yes.
these animals show us what true love is all about. It's all about giving. So I'm
Mhm.
so glad that you started something, to do with pets, and I'm definitely going to be trying it really soon, on for my dog. So yeah, thank you first of all for taking out such a lovely product.
Thank
Also, I
you.
wanna now come to a fun segment. This is the rapid fire round. This is just to know you more personally, your likes and dislikes, and just quick answers from your side.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, so what is your favorite karaoke song?
I have no favorite karaoke song. I have never done it.
Okay,
I'm really bad with singing.
okay. Your go-to holiday destination to unwind.
Mm, I like London.
Okay. Your favorite cuisine and which food do you think you cook really well?
I don't cook much. I suck at it. And favorite cuisine is ghar ka khana, dal chawal. I'm
Okay,
not a foodie at all, so I just survive on basic food.
okay. Um, your favorite go-to motto, which you totally believe in.
Mm, Hard work, discipline, it all pays off. I don't believe in luck, so I feel that if you are persistently doing something, you eventually will get the results.
Okay. If you were a hashtag, what would it be?
Online Sneh. I've been using it from almost 15 years now.
What is the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
Um, Best piece of advice. It's a hard one, but help others and it all comes back to you. So I've started seeing life and my day very differently after I received this piece of it. So it was very simple that, be happy with in others' happiness, be happy in others' successes, and it all comes back. I mean, it need not be coming back to you, but just celebrate something which is not at all related to you, and then see how it changes you as a person.
Okay. If your pet could talk, what would it say about you?
He doesn't share junk food with me.
Okay. And my last question would be, what is your one difference between the millennials and Gen Zs of today?
I think millennials are a little more focused, serious, a little more accommodating. And my personal experience was with Gen Zs are that they are they're more focused on themselves. I think it is also a good thing, but it becomes very hard for us to, work with them. So I'm a little biased towards millennials myself.
Okay. Okay, that comes to the end of the episode. Sneh, it was such a lovely time chatting with you and getting to know insights about your journey. You're doing a fantastic job. Wishing you and your husband all the very best for all your future endeavors. Keep shining, keep smiling, and keep spreading the positivity which you guys are already doing. So
Thank you so much.
and hope to see more products also coming out of your company. More pet-friendly products, good and nutritional products from your side as well. So really looking forward to trying the product on my pet. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side really soon.
Thank you, Siddhant, for having me. It was awesome catching up.